Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight. Thursday, the 14th of October, 2021 in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, viewers, you are viewing Real Talk with Saeed live on Synergy Television. We are also streaming on Facebook. Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook. Like our page and share it. Also on YouTube. TT Real Talk, subscribe, share. So, viewers, history have been made in Trinidad and Tobago today. Today being Thursday, the 14th of October, 2021. As of midnight tonight, we will have no Commissioner of Police, neither an acting Commissioner of Police. Who says so? For the first time since the independence, this country will temporarily be without a Commissioner of Police. A High Court judge upheld an interpretation lawsuit who claimed that the police service needed approval from the House of Representatives to make acting appointment for the Commissioner of Police and Deputy Commissioner of Police. The judge's decision effectively invalidated the acting appointment given to former Commissioner Gary Griffith after his 3-year term ended in mid-August. It also invalidated the acting appointment given to DCP McDonald Jacob after Griffith went on leave and was temporarily suspended by the Commission. The appointment of a new acting commissioner can only begin after the Commission is reconstituted. The Commission is currently memberless, even though there were nominations earlier this week. They still require parliamentary approval to be appointed. So, viewers, is it the Constitution right or the constitutional right of the President of Trinidad and Tobago to withhold the list that was supposed to send to Parliament to appoint a Commissioner of Police? Did the President of Trinidad and Tobago act within the law or within the Constitution of her power? The big question in Trinidad and Tobago, and news being spread like wildfire outside of Trinidad and Tobago, we all ask this question: how did the President of Trinidad and Tobago not send the list to appoint a Commissioner of Police? Who was so powerful that talk of the town is saying that visited the President? Who was that individual that hold all this power, that have the power to influence, so to speak, the President of Trinidad and Tobago into withholding the list? Who is so powerful? I thought that the President office is the highest office and holds the most power in Trinidad and Tobago. But it seems as though somebody is higher than the President. So for the first time since Trinidad and Tobago have gotten independence, we are without a Commissioner of Police and we are without an acting Commissioner of Police. So who is directing the TTPS? Who is directing the TTPS? Trinidad and Tobago, I want to know who is giving the order. Who is directing Trinidad and Tobago? This is the big question. Caller, good night.
You, good God bless you, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Right. There is a bar. I want you to help us. This is in Palmyra Village. There is a bar in Palmyra Village, and they have no parking. I think it's Uncle Ben's bar, and there's a line of traffic, and that stretch there, right through on one side, maybe.
That's on the corner.
Yeah, brother, and it like we scared to. I get a little bold now to call and tell you because it's causing a lot of problem.
But which station is responsible for that area?
In Madeleine Police Station, somebody told me in order for that bar to be passed as a bar, the sergeant of the Madeleine Police Station supposed to it, but come on, man, if you see that place, Mr. Ali, I know you support certain things, right? It's my brother. You can't pass by. Let me say you have a high lock.
Wow.
Squeezing in by. So
anytime there's heavy traffic or people park on the roadway that not supposed to be parked on a corner, you do a video and send it for me.
It will be private. I'm afraid them, you know.
You do a video and send it for me. Because you're not supposed to park on a corner.
Right, and they may probably have parked for about 3 to 4 vehicles, right? But we are afraid that taking a chance and trusting you that you won't leak me out and think.
No, you don't worry. Nobody has heard your name, nobody has seen your number, don't worry yourself.
And one thing, this is real talk. I'm a guy here, this is real talk. I'm noticing certain people saying certain things. You talking real talk and truth, and when you continue to do that, the power of the Most High will overshadow you and help you. Right, brother?
Thank you, my friend.
Help you out, eh?
We will, but do a video and send it for me. Let Trinidad and Tobago see what is taking place on that corner.
Oh, thank you very much, buddy.
Not a problem. You take care, my friend. So, viewers, who hold such power? Remember they said Bliss was acting on her own. So, is the president of Trinidad and Tobago, was she acting on her own when she withheld the list? So, Bliss is probably saying, well, or the president is probably saying, well, if Bliss could do it, I could do it. I don't know. If Bliss could do it, I could do it because I'm the president. Let me tell you something. There's a storm. There is a storm coming to hit Trinidad. Me ain't talking about the weather storm, you know. I ain't talking about the weather storm, you know. There is a storm brewing in Trinidad here. The last time it had a storm brewing in Trinidad was in 1990 coup. Yeah, the 1990 coup. Fear struck Trinidad and Tobago. That was a storm of fear. And there is a storm brewing in Trinidad presently. Take what I'm telling all you. You see, there are two different types of power. Power that are given to you from God, and there is power in a position in the land. You see the president office? A power was given unto her from the land. You see the prime minister office? A power was given to the prime minister on the land. But there's a storm brewing. And there are certain people stepping out of line and feel that they are untouchable because they hold the power of the land. But it is very easy to lose power. Very, very easy. So Trinidad and Tobago, we have no commissioner. We have no acting commissioner. We have the president acting on somebody else's behalf. We have the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago saying one thing and doing the next. So who is governing and who is the ruler of this 2x2 country we have right now with 1.4 million people in it? Who is the heads calling the shot? Who are the heads that are calling the shot in Trinidad and Tobago presently? That is managing the president of Trinidad and Tobago. Because I will tell you something. If the president is acting on her own behalf and withhold the list, is that constitutional? Where is all the lawyers? Where is all the top lawyers in Trinidad and Tobago? Where is all the QCs? Where is the opposition? Where is the law fraternity in Trinidad and Tobago? Where are they? Is the president's office too high? I'm asking you all that. I'm asking you all that. Why didn't she send the list? Why? Who is so powerful that visited her office that caused a change in direction? That is the talk of the town in Trinidad and Tobago. And it is spreading like wildfire on the outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Because I got to tell you something. Bigger people than the president in Trinidad and Tobago are keeping a very, very close eye on officials in Trinidad. That I could tell you. That much I could tell you. That much. But I will tell you something. People will get locked up. Take what I'm telling you. There is a storm brewing. I can safely say that tonight without hesitation or without explaining myself to anybody. There is a storm. And when that storm rocks Trinidad, there are people going to regret the decision they are making. Take what I'm telling all you. Call a good night.
Right, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Everybody knows who influenced the prime minister, the president, all right? But here's something else I want to know. Why is Scott Ferguson sticking her nose into this? She wants Nakit to apologize. She wants Kamala to Why doesn't she get the prime minister out to apologize to Kamala for all those dirty names he's been calling her? She should be answering that question. And stop interfering with David Nakit. Thank you.
Well, they had their own little battle going on, but that is them. That is them. Did the president act on her own? Bliss do it. Bliss allegedly did it, according to Kewal Singh. But then the president probably saying in her mind now, well, if Bliss could do it, I could do it. I'm the president. But they go have certain talks. Let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago and viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and viewers of Real Talk outside of Trinidad, there is certain talks going to start leaking. Certain talks going to start leaking and people going to start scampering. I'm not talking about petty office, I'm talking about high office. In the coming weeks, talks are going to start leaking. I know the talks will be leaking, you know. Take all your time. I had to know what I was saying before I could say it. But when them talks start busting out. Remember when I said, just before Abu Bakr came out in his mosque and warned the government that they're giving them 24 hours or something like that? Was 24 hours? 24 hours to change. Wasn't long after I said it have a storm brewing. War, something going to take place. Abu Bakr come out. And remember I said that ministers are going to pack up and they're going to leave. And they're going to afraid to come back. There is a storm brewing in Trinidad in high offices. And when certain talks start leaking, ministers are going to pack up. They might leave their family and they're going to run for safety. Take what I'm telling all you. My words don't fall, you know. Take what I'm telling all you. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, there's lots more in store right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook. And subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Moving along now, a meeting between the Ministry of Education and the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, that is TUTA, discussed the physical reopening of schools for vaccinated students in forms 1 to 3. Now, that did not result in any final discussion. TUTA officials stated that they walked away from the meeting without receiving any clear answer to questions regarding how the ministry intends to address unvaccinated students in Form 4 to 6 who are at home and students in Form 1 to 3 who are preparing for exams. I tell you, watch me now. We education system in Trinidad and Tobago, it going down the hill, you know. It going down the hill, you know. All I feel is joke. What's supposed to be a priority in Trinidad and Tobago is not a priority. It's not. TUTA President Antonia Thika de Freitas stated that she is not sure if it is good enough for them as educators to hear the plans are unclear as to how students will be treated in the very near future. The Ministry of Education stated that further discussions are scheduled with the wider stakeholders bodies for October 14th. So just imagine, our school children here now are at risk. The police service going down, security going down. Now the education system going down the drain. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
I am not going to talk tonight about how we were disrespected by the Sentence constituency and the Corrigue. I'm not going to talk about the revolution that is brewing and the storm that is brewing. But I want to know why the Prime Minister, he's supposed to be an intelligent man. He's supposed to have his PhD in geology. But this man is saying that we don't need a commissioner. The sergeant could do the sergeanting, if that is a word. The inspector who could do his inspecting. But I guess the minister could do their ministerial work. We don't need a prime minister. Let's have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. Hello, here, watch me. That was 2 Bacchanal. There is Bacchanal Thursday, you know. Bacchanal Thursday. One with the police, one with the president, one with the education. Now listen to this. Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Brian Manning, have stated that if more persons were made, listen to this, were made to pay their fair shares of taxes, there would be a lighter tax bill overturned. Where did he jump out from? Where did he jump out from? Manning was referring to the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority bill. He stated that it was only due to increased tax revenue expected by the government in 2022 that the government was able to remove importation duties and VAT on basic food items.
It is due to the increased tax revenues expected by the government in the new fiscal year that we were able to remove importation duties and VAT on many basic food items to benefit some of the more vulnerable people in Trinidad and Tobago. When I say many hands make for light work, that is what I'm talking about. Because we have a higher expectation of tax collection in the upcoming fiscal year, we can allow some tax relief in other areas to improve the lives of our citizenship.
You all implement property tax. Implement property tax. So property owners have to pay property tax. While Colin Imbert exempted himself from paying property tax. Follow me closely. Follow me closely. While Colin Imbert exempted himself from paying property tax, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are being forced into paying property tax. Why am I saying forced? Because there is a penalty of $5,000 if you do not submit your property tax forms. So now he's saying that due to the increase in tax revenue expected by the government in 2022, the government was able to remove importation duties on VAT. Remove importation duties and VAT on basic food items. How many items did they remove VAT from? How many? Did they cross 100 items? The UNC administration removed VAT on about 7,000 items, according to them. How much did this administration do? How much? And you all bumping all your gum. Great is the PNM. Penalty in all your tail. Who all are balling great now is? Who is great now? Who is great? When the PNM Minister of Finance, Colin Imbert, exempted himself and make sure there's a penalty that you, the PNM supporter, will have to pay if you do not submit your form. That is great management. Let me tell you something. You see how we went down there? Let me tell you something. When you hear you get a penalty to go by the court, you're going to be just like that in front of the judge. You see how we go down on the knee? Just say you're going to be going down, oh God, you're on, and you will feel like you want to faint. Who did that? Who did that? Great. Watch him, oh God, he's starting to wobble in front of the judge. You see, neck shaking? He don't know what to do. He don't know what to do. He lying down on the bed again, oh God, and he's shaking his head now. Oh God. Come back. Someone will be like that. And Brian said, the PNM is expecting a greater revenue. That is why they removed importation duties on some what? Basic food item. How much? How much? About 50 different items. Did it cost 100? Tomorrow I'll get in touch with Mr. Rajiv Dipti and find out how many items did the government remove VAT from. Great is the balize. Watch me. You see when you hear like a penalty form to go to court, all you walk with a balize. Tell the magistrate, Your Honor, I am a PNM. I have nothing against the PNM. I have nothing against the UNC. One had to rule, one had to oppose. But you see foolish decisions making. And the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, including myself, have to pay for it because of their stupid decisions. How do you think outside ministers probably looking at Colin Imbert? How do you think they're looking at him? as a bully. You know why? You know why? I exempted myself here in 2016, and in 2021 I passed that on to the citizen. If you don't pay property tax while I am not paying none, you will pay $5,000 in the court. How are they looking at the president now of Trinidad and Tobago, who refused to submit the list to pick a commissioner of police? How do you think outside ministers are looking at them? Who them feel there is? Because they have a little position, watch what they're doing. That is what outside ministers are saying to themselves. How do I know that? Because I keep in contact with certain ministers outside. Let me tell you something. When those in authority make a decision, it's not us they're embarrassing, you know. It's themselves as leaders. As leaders of a country. They embarrass themselves, not the country. Speaking of property tax, Manning said the average homeowner would have nothing to fear. Hear this, eh? Nothing to fear from tax given that the larger the home, the larger the homeowner's payment in tax. And he's proud to say that, you know. I wonder if he got exemption. I wonder if he got exemption. When them get an exemption, all you have to pay. When them eating a steak, you have to eat biscuit and cricks. When them getting exemptions on vehicle, you have to pay it, or I don't buy it. Let me tell you something. I just always say, I didn't come out here to make friends with nobody, you know. I come out here to represent the 99% of Trinidad and Tobago that do not have a voice. That is what I represent here. So hear this. Manning noted that the more persons that are brought under the tax net to pay their fair share, the less burden will be on all of TNT.
This budget was one for the people. It is one that is focused on growth and development. And as I said earlier, my Uncle Lincoln always says, many hands make for light work. The more people that are brought under the tax net and allowed or implored to pay their fair share, the lighter the burden it will be on all of us. Do not allow those on the other side to mislead you and have a few people carrying the burden for everyone.
His mouth, not Saieed. I played that video so you all would see who said it. He said, the less burden will be on all of TNT. All of TNT? When all get exemption on vehicle, the rest of TNT not getting exemption. When all you're flying on a plane that paid for by taxpaying dollars, all of TNT ain't getting that. When all are going Hyatt and these big exotic hotels, and the Ministry of Finance have to pay for that bill, it's a coming out of your pocket, you know. All you have a credit card that was given to you all by the government. And who pay the credit card? The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So don't go up on a platform and say the more persons that are brought under the tax net to pay their fair shares, the less burden will be on all of us. Let me tell you something. It's 99% of Trinidad and Tobago citizens that are paying all your credit card, that are paying all your exemptions, that are paying all your food when all you eat in the high restaurant, that are paying for all your tickets to fly in and out. So careful what all you're saying. Not because you Manning and use a minister in the Ministry of Finance. Saieed had to, oh God, Saieed careful what you say. Let me tell you something. I'm friend on all you. I could apply for a ministership too. I could have joined a party and apply to be how you call it again? Oh gosh, a member of a party. I could have sent in an application to be a member of the PNM, and when I see your qualifications, and 7 language, businessman, known by the public, known by outside ministers, we go pick he. I could have been one earlier. But you see the chariot while I ride in, I don't like that chariot, so I decide to come on my own chariot. A chariot where 99% of the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago could get help, and not just 1%. Tell us a bacchanal Thursday, you know. So I feel that was a bacchanal. Listen to this next bacchanal. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines stated that the ministry will go ahead with the purchase of some 80 sports utility vehicles, that is SUV, for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Hines stated that the current fleet of the TTPS stands at 1,905 vehicles. Now, 1,181 are operational, and the balance, 724, are out of service. So viewers, I will leave you with that day. We're going for a commercial break, but when we come back, I'm going to tell you something. It's a Bacchanal Thursday right here in Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So Trinidad and Tobago at Real Talk Group of Companies, or I should say, Real Talk Finance and Investment Company. Hey, hear this now. Now is the time for us to invest, you know. All you see what's taking place in Trinidad. All you have to pay more tax come 2020. Where you getting the extra money? Where you getting the extra money? 10 years you're working for 50 cents. 10 years now your budget is $7 in the house. You have 3 cents to spare. 3 cents you have to put in the bank to save or in a financial institute or some plan, some investment, 3 cents. Now going into 2021, 2022. More taxes in 2022. So you think the 3 cents could help you? No. You need an additional 2 cents now to make 5 cents to cover all the expenditure for 2022. So where are you going? You're going back to the same financial institute that was giving you 0.05%? Would that help you in the year 2022? When more taxes are coming at you? And 0.05% ain't raising? What are you going to do? So here it is. Contact Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. 267-7325. 238-6716 or 339-1670 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Find out about their investment. 2.5% to 3.3%. It's like a fixed deposit you're opening with that company. So when you hit 2022 reach now, and you don't have the extra finance you're looking for. Now look at the vast difference. You have 100,000. I'm just saying, so you could invest from 10,000 go up, but you have 100,000, and you're getting 0.05%. That's about 500 for the year for 12 months. At Real Talk Finance and Investment Company, they offer you 2.5% up to 3%. For the same 12 months, is 0.5 given you. From 500 to 2,500. So which one better? $2,000 more. Is that not better than 500? How much 500 again in 2000? One? You check the maths. Because come 2022, all your bills increasing. All your bills. So now the reason why I did not have any show on Wednesday night, our public concerns night, is because Tuesday I went for my vaccine. That's Tuesday gone. I went for my second dose of AstraZeneca. I took it. I was good. We had show Tuesday night. I was a little under the weather. You know, with a vaccine, you got a little reaction. So I had some severe headaches. Thank God it was not life-threatening. You know, I took my medication, I rest. I hydrate my system. As doctors would say, Saeed, you need to hydrate your system. I said, okay. So I thank my friend down in Kaleidoscope there who always, you know, encouraged my side. Keep yourself hydrated when you get the vaccine. I won't mention their name, but in Marabella branch, you know. So I took my vaccine, I hydrate myself, a little under the weather, some headaches, but nevertheless, I am here Thursday night. So now that I am fully vaccinated, I can be able to travel now and extend Real Talk Financing and Investment Company to other countries. Other Caribbean countries of the island, like I said prior, I am going to expand. I am going to expand. Let me tell you something. God have blessed me tremendously. Why? Why have God decided to bless Side? How come Side don't have no advertisers? You want to know why? Listen to this. Pull out the black BMW. I go show you why God have blessed me. Now, we are having a food drive in December for Christmas. I need to raise $200,000. And in Trinidad, we don't give nothing for free. So the black BMW M3 that I bought for the Rape Crisis Center to give away to raise fund. Now all those who contributed in that, I still have your names, your monies are there. It will go to this food drive that I am keeping in December. Why I have decided to give out the car? Because we don't know how the economy is shaping in order to raise $10 million. So I'd rather give out the BMW Christmas coming. And according to how next year goes, I would buy something maybe more expensive, like a Range Rover or a Porsche or something, and give it away. You understand? So how did God bless Side, and why does Side do not need advertisers? I give freely. I give freely. So what I do, I give out charity. I give out charity. I donate. We give out 100 devices. 100 devices for students in Trinidad. And now I am raising $200,000 and I want you to be part of it. What do I have to do to be so successful and God blessing me like Side? All you have to do is contribute $1,000 to our food drive that we are keeping in December, and you could win the BMW. Now, how does blessings operate? When you contribute $1,000, let's just say you're lucky and you win the BMW. And you sell that BMW for $100,000 or $120,000. You have $119,000 more than the $1,000 you give out. How is that? That is extra, you call that. You call that a blessing from God. Not much people know about that. But I'm going to tell you something. The more you give is the more you just get. 3.5 years on television, and I have never asked anyone to support my program. Never. You know why? You know why? He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. And once you're under the shadows of the Almighty, they will protect you. They will make sure you have. And they will deliver you from the evil hands. How many people try to shut down Real Talk? My own workers try to shut it down. And where am I today? Where's Real Talk today? Real Talk have an investment company that is giving out loan to citizens once they're qualified. And where is Real Talk going? Now that I am fully vaccinated, my 2 shots, Real Talk group of companies is going up the island to extend business. To extend business. So viewers, we're going back to Heinz. Heinz stated that currently, the current fleet we have is 1,905 vehicles. 1,181 are operational. 724 are not serviceable, so to speak. So here it is. He also added that the 500 of those that are considered to be unserviceable and required disposal. Listen to this.
Insofar as vehicles are concerned, and this allocation is about their maintenance, the TTPS has a fleet of 1,905 vehicles, 1,905 vehicles, of which at the moment 1,181 are operational and 724 are not operational as we speak. Approximately 500 of these vehicles are considered to be sufficiently unserviceable to require disposal.
Caller, good night.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
This is the time I try to get here. But I thought you had work to do. But Mr. Saeed, I want to tell you something. Before you mention these hierarchies, you're going to leave the retired work and run away. It happened already in the commission. The whole commission resigned. You understand? And the president, she owns people, she choosing people. Without electing people, she choosing people.
Thank you, my friend.
Another thing. I hear you talking about giving 3 years and over a next vaccine now.
They want to implement a 3rd vaccine.
Yeah, but Mr. Saeed, that vaccine that they're giving is not for the COVID, you know. Because we have a next, that variant business. That Delta variant, you understand? But they're making people feel there's a booster, but I know booster, you want to get 3 shots for 1 vaccine. That way, sometimes the mama guy, because the minister, the CMO, I saw him and I hear what he say, you know. You understand? I feel they want to reduce the population.
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. They want to implement a 3rd vaccine, and then you go here a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th. Hold on, let me see something. Let me tell you something. My words don't fall from the ground, you know. It don't fall just so, you know. It has a rock sand behind it. Let me see. So here it is, Heinz then stated that plans to purchase 100 vehicles, that is 100 SUV and sedans, adding that there is also a plan to purchase 12 vehicles for Tobago.
The plan is to purchase about 100 vehicles. Marked SUVs, unmarked SUVs, marked sedans, unmarked sedans, or Tobago. And insofar as Tobago is concerned, the plan is to purchase 12 vehicles, including marked SUVs, unmarked SUVs, small bus, and a semi-long wheel base.
Minister, do you by chance have the average prices for the breakdown of those
No, I
models?
I don't have those, but I can assure you proper procurement processes are always to be undertaken.
Proper demand, see. Back in July, now listen to this, it's $22 million they want to spend, you know. If they didn't have it in Parliament, I tell you, it's $22 million they want to spend to purchase 100 vehicles. Listen to this. Listen to this. Back in July, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated that the note was brought to Cabinet seeking approvals to purchase the SUVs. This is when the Commissioner of Police talked about the SUVs were the right type of vehicle. Now he's no longer there. He's no longer there. So the Prime Minister said that the price was too high for those type of SUVs, and it was not necessary. Listen to this.
This morning, we had a cabinet note from the police service to buy a large number of sport utility vehicles. I took objection because I don't know if that is the only kind of vehicle that police could drive. Sport utility vehicles. Those vehicles so designated, in fact, cost more than the average vehicle. Largely because many of them are four-wheel drive. I don't know how many police officers ever use a four-wheel drive vehicle in four-wheel drive. But you pay for it because it's fashionable. This morning I asked my colleague in the cabinet, yes, we will get vehicles for the police service, but go and see if you can find any other vehicle that is durable and useful and not all designated sport utility vehicle. Because one or two officers really think that they're for sport, and therefore taxpayers pay the end result of sport utility vehicles improperly handled.
Now that was back in July, not July 2020, or 2019. That was in July 2021. Now listen what Heinz is going to do.
The plan is to purchase about 100 vehicles. Marked SUVs, unmarked SUVs, marked sedans, unmarked sedans, or Tobago. And insofar as Tobago is concerned, the plan is to purchase 12 vehicles, including marked SUVs, unmarked SUVs, small bus, and a semi-long wheel base.
The Prime Minister was saying was too expensive back in July 2021. What was too expensive then, they're going and do it now. July, August, September, this is October. 4 months down the road, they're going to spend $22 million now to purchase 100 vehicles. What was too expensive in July, they're going to buy the same thing in October. That is what the minister just said. So I played the two video clips so you all would hear what the Prime Minister is saying and what they're going to do now. And what you all saying? Great is the leadership of this country. Great is the leadership in truth. Because when they had the Minister of Finance done with all, you're in Trinidad. All you go back to them days of buying bull and having bull cat. Because we live from them days, come up into the future. We want to go in the technology age. We want to go in the technology age. But Ms. Shamfa didn't know about internet. Miss Data. Her administration wants us to go in the direction of technology. But she's a minister and she don't know about data. How sad, boy. Hey, that's what I call leadership into the 21st century. All you feel the Bacchanal done? All you feel it done is Bacchanal Thursday set for all you. The Ministry of Health stated that a bar owner was found without proof of COVID-19 vaccination during an assessment of TT Safe Zone in St. Andrew, St. Davis County. County Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Alana Bess, mentioned that the exercise was carried out by Public Health Inspector for businesses that opted to participate in the TT Safe Zone. How safe is our safe zone? Businesses in Trinidad and Tobago are starting to query how safe is the safe zone. Commissioner Bess stated that one bar owner did not have proof of vaccination and that the matter is now being handled by TTPS.
And there was one bar in which the the owner did not have proof of being vaccinated, and so that matter has now been referred to the TTPS for their follow-up.
Now hear this. Ms. Best added that if owners of a business or patrons is found to be in contravention, if they're found to be in contravention, listen to this, they will issue a penalty notice for committing an offense.
What that person in fact has now done is expose themselves and the establishment for further investigation by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The regulation is quite clear. An owner or operator of a business who at any time is found to be in contravention commits an offense and shall be issued a fixed penalty notice, and the same applies to a patron who has entered this TT safe zone area without the required documentation. They too can be issued a fixed penalty notice because they have in fact committed an offense. And so I imagine that our colleagues at the TTPS will be following through on the social media posting.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial, but nevertheless, when we return, there's lots more in store.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716. For further information, our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So viewers, before we go further, I just want to bring something in the public domain. Now it is also concerning WASA contractors and an individual. A person had made payment for connection from WASA 2 years now. 2 years now. Try it up. That is a letter where they went to WASA, and this is her receipt. She sent it to me today. 2 years. She said, Saeed, 2 years now I pay WASA for connection. She paid $1,005 for connection. 2 years now. But he run around for 2 years now. Somebody from WASA put her onto a contractor. The contractor is charging her $2,000 for him. There's a private contractor that WASA hire. That contractor is charging that individual $2,000 just for the contractor to come and connect up her line from WASA line to her line. $2,000. So you're going to tell me that contractor had to get paid by WASA for going to connect that line, and then that individual now have to pay another $2,000 to that contractor just to come and connect my line? Let me tell you something, racketeer could never done. It could never done. That's why when you catch them contractor in fraud, let me tell you something, when they put them behind bars, forget the key. Forget the key. So with somebody from WASA, please contact me. And let's give the lady her connection because she already paid $1,005 for connection 2 years now. A WASA contractor want to extort $2,000 from her. So I want every contractor, wife and children, if them alone know the value of water. Let me tell you something. If it was okay for me to highlight the contractor name, I light him up on TV, stink, you know. Let the whole community and let him mother and father and them see how he is, you know. Take what I'm telling earlier. But it have ways to do it. It have ways to do it. And when you hear your name hit the public domain, partner, It could be a shame on you and your family. The disgrace you bring on your family. Boy? So we would call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
A very blessed night. I have a couple of things I'd like to read. First and foremost, I would like you to bring up this topic. Why are they selling out our country's resources? They say they are benefiting the citizens, but yet you are losing our resources. When we're supposed to be gaining money to add to our treasury, they are putting our country in debt. What we used to export, now we are importing. Yes? 2, our vaccination. What is democracy? Not the ability to choose?
Yes.
So why are they making this mandatory? Because if you are not vaccinated, they can't get jobs. Your children cannot go to school. Yes? Another thing is have companies that when you are home on quarantine, you're not getting paid for that time. Yes, and this is no fault of ours. This is, as far as I see, this is tyranny. This is not democracy, but a dictatorship in the making. Have a blessed night, TNT.
Thank you, my friend. And you see the sad part about it is, where is all these human rights lawyers and activists? Where are all of them? Where are they? Those that study law to stand for humanity, where are they? They are nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. So remember a couple of days back, I highlighted a story where a parent contacted me, her 24-year-old daughter. Her boss told her, get vaccinated and then come back to work. She went and took the vaccine and ended up from her neck paralyzed down in a hospital right here in Trinidad. So I called her today. She said, Saeed, my daughter's whole left side is not moving. Her whole left side is not moving. She said only the toes on the right side is moving. Doctors said that they're going to flush her and she will get back good. Now I'm keeping in contact with the parents to find out how long the doctors say that individual will be back up and running. So I'm following the story. While I'm following that story, listen this. Unvaccinated members of the public who are granted a medical exemption certificate or a medical deferral certificate must present a negative PCR test in order to patronize in safe zone. You feel all you're going up, is down all you're going. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parashram clarified this by stating that employees must provide PCR tests every 14 days and as well as exemption letter. He also added that a visitor must also present a PCR test which was taken no more than 48 hours before their trip.
In terms of your first question, you're asking about an employee, if I heard it right, with an exemption or a deferral certificate. In those instances, those persons have to provide a PCR test every 14 days as well as the exemption and deferral. So it's not either or. All right? So in terms of your WHO home test, the public health regulation states a PCR test. So once that test, whatever test it is a PCR test, then it will be accepted at this point in time. So it has to be a PCR test. Just a little further clarification, you asked about the employee, but just to clarify, a person that has an exemption or deferral, not an employee, a patron, they also have to do a PCR test, but that is 48 hours prior to entering the safe zone.
You see, they don't know what type of sickness individuals have and why they are not taking the vaccine. You understand? They cannot make it mandatory, but they're forcing you on one side. Where's the lawyers? Where's the top notch? Where's the opposition? Where's the former health minister on the opposition? Where is him? Where's all the lawyers representing human rights in Trinidad and Tobago? Where are they? I am not hearing them. I am not seeing them. It's like they take up a vacation. Just like heart attack take a vacation. Kidney failure take a vacation. So hear this now. The Ministry of Health Technical Advisor Group, that is TAG, will be meeting next week to discuss the implementation of the third dose of COVID-19 vaccine under certain conditions, as recommended by the World Health Organization. Strategic Advice Group. Responding to a question, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parsham indicated that the ministry was awaiting further technical details.
So in terms of the SAGE group, which is a technical advisory group that is linked to the WHO, would have actually, they had a briefing this morning which indicated two things. So as it relates to Sinopharm and Sinovac, they are asking for what is called a third dose, but it's not considered a booster. It's considered a primary dose. And they're recommending that that be given to persons over the age of 60 based on the evidence that is before that particular group. The second piece of information that came out of the SAGE briefing is that they are recommending a third dose again of other types of vaccines for people in the immunocompromised group. So people who have severe diabetes, renal failure, cancers, and those sorts of conditions, which will be defined by SAGE later on, are also being recommended now to have a third dose.
So viewers, for 6 years and over, third vaccine. What are we going to do? So viewers, we're out of time for tonight on Real Talk with Saieed Ali, but nevertheless, there's a rerun of this program. Tomorrow being Friday, the 15th. Real Talk with Saieed Ali do have a rerun every day, daylight, from 11:30 to 12:30. So if you miss it during the night, you can catch it during the day. Now viewers, as Brian Manning said, the more people we get under the belt to pay tax, is the lesser it's going to be for all TNT citizens. So viewers, I am encouraging you, make an investment into Real Talk Finance and Investment Company and watch your money grow for you. Not 500, you know, but 2,000 more on your 100,000. Starting from 10,000, go up 2.5%. Feel free. Feel free. Come down to our office, currently Savannah Road in Shogunas, about 5 minutes away from the Shogunas police station. And like I said, now I'm vaccinated, 2 doses, now I can be able to travel. Like I said, I told you from the beginning, I went and took the vaccine just to travel. My business is important. My charity is important. So if they say it is a requirement, I went, I prayed to God, I did my test, I went, I got vaccinated. By the grace of God, I am in one piece with all parts functioning still. Thank God for that. So make an investment in the Real Talk Group of Company. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Group of Company. So until we meet again, viewers, be safe and enjoy the night.